Good evening,
Nilima. Good evening, Himali.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Yeah, are we supposed to wait?
No, ma'am. We can start the session.
Okay. So today's session, of course, would have kindled your curiosity. How does this unreasonable people look like? You know, do they have broad shoulders, horns? You know what? So today, what I have done is I have compartmentalized the session into three. In the first part, I'm going to, bring in the signs of unreasonable people. How do we find out? How do we notice that this person is getting it on? Why does that happen? Why people become unreasonable? This we are going to talk about that aspect and also how to deal with it. Is there any formula? Is there any skill that we can learn? And how can Vedanta help us in the third part? How can Vedanta help us in understanding the crux or the concept and institutionalize that in our behavior system? How do we do that? And after that, to allow you to ask questions. So, yeah, this is going to be completely 55 minutes program. Okay, so let's understand what are the signs of unreasonable people. Number one is inflexibility. So you will not see them compromising on any small or big things. They are not flexible with time. They are not flexible with words, and they stand on their point. Though their conscience doesn't support, they will not allow another person to get into the argument or win over any small thing. So life will become a kind of competition to them. So inflexibility and rigidity that you see that in daily routine also. You know, they are sometimes perfectionists also become unreasonable. You know, those who are living with perfectionists will know. You know, with great difficulty, I worked on my shortcoming. Be it time, be it the dressing to that of everything, perfection, line, and life is not linear for us to, and there are uncertainties. And there are, the things that you can't even predict that is going to happen. So many surprises in life is definitely is going to challenge your perfect, being a perfectionist is the biggest challenge. So inflexibility is something that people definitely, you can see that in unreasonable people, this is the first sign that they will not be flexible with anything. Even the seating while you are traveling, they will not allow this window seat. They would have had that plan in their mind. I want to travel. Like, even I have paid money. Why should I compromise? So no flexibility at all. And why does this happen? This happens for three reasons. One, childhood trauma or childhood turmoil reflecting on the adult behavior. Number two is with great difficulty from scarcity to abundance. The journey would have taught them something which they are very rigid about their learning. Okay, with great difficulty, they would have got something. So they don't want to leave it. And number three is competition. They want to win. Lot of times people lose games, and when they lose, those failures reflect on their behavior in other places also. So this is point number one, inflexibility and rigidity. And point number two, excessive self-centered behavior. You know, everything coming to self, whether it is blame, whether it is appreciation. You see them being either introjective or projective. Okay, so this is one thing, the very strong in them, very,
But
very kind of self-centered behavior. So if there is anything that have created win-win situation, they'll definitely see that they get the credits. If they have clicked your picture, they will send the message, PC, please. These are all small, small things that you can see, and they will not, and also, this is like, it's very easy for them to dismiss others' feelings. This you will notice very often in their behavior. This is very obvious for them. Hey, how can you feel like this? First, listen to me. The things what I have gone through, you can't even imagine. So they will make you feel that, whatever I'm going through is nothing. So there is no reason why they are behaving this way. Just that all these 3 points. One, their childhood experience getting reflected. One is life is a competition to them. And the other thing is they have got into this position with lot of hard work, with lot of things from the journey from scarcity to abundance. Or vice versa, abundance to scarcity. That can also happen. And excessive self-centered can also can create a projective personality, people pleasers. You see them overdoing things just to keep a relationship. It is unreasonable. You also see, hey, why is this person giving so much? They spend their money, they spend their time, and you can actually see that the other person is not worth all this, but they still do it. There's no reason for that. So this is also a kind of unreasonable person. You can't see that the person is so accountable. The person is so much clear with finance. But with one person, they don't even mind to spend lakhs. Why is this happening? If you have a skill and that skill should be in every part or every facet of your behavior, be it your social facet, spiritual facet, but with certain relationship, they are so insecure that this person is going to walk away, so let me give this, let me do this. They run a kind of marathon. This you see very much common in UK, England, countries in Europe. You see that women are so insecure. That is why the ratio of unreasonable behavior is more in those women group. Especially between the age group 30 and 50. It unsettles them. Every Thursday is a process of telling themselves, okay, my man is going to come home. Such a stress it is. Right? They don't even know that the next week, how is their relationship with their man? So that is the reason you find dating gurus there. And you see the websites, gettheguy.com, getthegirl.com. Dating, they teach dating. They tell you who is this woman, who is this man, and they have a checklist. So these kind of things, still we are lucky that our environment is so cozy. Still we blame, that's okay. So there is no security in their heart or in their head or in their gut to trust their man is going to come weekend home. That is the stress women go through. So, and about a man, yes, they have their own complexities to face. So it's irrespective of gender, both of them have their own challenges. And here also we have challenges which is not that complex. If I'm comparing, we know to eat. That's the biggest thing. Life becomes unreasonable if you don't know what you are eating. And if you don't know how you are preparing, if you don't know who is eating your food, right? Here we are lucky. Our culture has trained us to be reasonable with food, which is a very important part of life. And the third thing is blame shifting. You know, the moment you tell them, critical thinking especially, that will not happen to them. They are not going to take your criticism constructively. You would have sugar coated it, nicely tell them, but still they will tell, no, I don't deserve this. I know what I'm doing. And you can see utmost aggression coming. And also, blame shifting happens immediately. I am not the reason she's. You know that I performed well. That technical problem was there. So that irritated me. That is the reason I need to stop. They'll give you nice reasons, but will not accept what is going through is what you are seeing is true, first of all. And the next is avoiding accountability. They don't stay accountable for anything. Even in the relationship, they say, I'm not accountable. It's your life and you need to see how it works. Recently, I had a client, and I have to appreciate the patience in that mother who is looking for a match for her son. And the son is very clear with three things. Okay, he works in the, some very reputed company and earns lakhs together and he's well settled financially. And she's literally proud of son, but the kind of conditions that he has kept. Mama, I don't want to go through the stress. I want a girl who is financially settled and we are going to bear 50% of the expenditure, even after the childbirth, so that the divorce will be easier. I need not have to pay alimony so much. So even before marriage, you are preparing yourself for this. He's very clear about it. And we are going to have our own spaces. And these guys are building house and they know that they have to build one more room for the girl who is coming in because he doesn't want to share his space. This is unreasonable because people have stopped taking accountability for another person. You are mine is just in words. It is not happening. Either the person is ready to take the accountability, the other person is not ready to give, or else the person is not ready to take the accountability and the other person is standing with open arms. You see this happening in every relationship, in one or the other way. And the way we dealt with the evolution is the reason. We were very unreasonable, the way we treated Prakriti, the way we treated our Shakti and consciousness. Yes, this is obvious. Yeah. And number four is overreaction to criticism. You cannot criticize this. You cannot tell them. You cannot be yourself. It's so very simple to tell you. If you are very ease with them, they will tell. I see a lot of funny videos, but it's so true in real life. You can't be yourself. You can't put your lines bold with people. You have to literally think what happens if I use this word. That day I used this word and that became a big drama. And people have stopped classifying or discriminating between word and person. Person and words have become. And after WhatsApp, the complexities are exponentially getting because what I want to convey, I don't know to type. And the language is a problem. Now I want to beautify it, so I copy paste on ChatGPT. Just to show that I have a great language skill and the ChatGPT don't know who you are. It will type the way it wants and you copy paste and the person understands it in a different level. So the language, the human language, irrespective of sound, phonetics and all that, there were something called as emotional language. We have stopped that. I send the emojis. That is the way I express. I stopped using words because it is easier. So there should be an effort. Relationship is an effort, especially when we are dealing with ourselves. Relationship doesn't mean that I have to have another person in my life. Just to have that good relationship with myself, I need to be reasonable. But I don't know what's going on in me because I never relate to other set of emotions because I don't have time. Everything is fast forward, fast learning, and swift ride. All this, you know. And the last thing is unrealistic expectation. I see something on Netflix, so I want that to happen. Bollywood vibes, I really want to be like that. You know, so this is something creates unreasonable traits in us, unreasonable persona in us, where another person cannot even counterattack or counter us in the most assertive form also, because it requires a specific skill to operate such people. But are these people bad? No, we cannot put them to good and bad sockets at all. Nobody is bad. Okay, this is the reflection that they are facing, where they are not aware that they are troubling another person so much. If they would have known, they wouldn't have done. So, is there any guidance? No. All the energies used to get split when we were in joint families, like we were in 16 or 12 numbers. And whatever the energies that used to, produced in the family, maybe the quality of thoughts, quality of emotions that used to disperse like. So now the dispersion is among three or four in the family, and now it has come to two. So each one of us have to be accountable for such energies to which are operating our life left, right, back, center, right? So it is obvious that we find unreasonable people around, and don't get surprised that you have one beside, and you might be one, or I may be one. So there are set of skills that we require to process this information called unreasonable aspects of human behavior. So not everybody is equipped. They have their own stress, they have their own challenges, they have their own things to monitor, put it in the loop, everything. So with that, if you have this gift of unreasonable relationship, then it is obvious that you need us. Yeah. So now, what is the formula? 3H plus 3P plus 3A plus 3R. So this is the formula to deal with unreasonable people who are exponentially growing statistically. You know, it might be two in among 10 members or three among 10 members very easily because of the challenges, because of the broken ends in the relationship, untreated and untapped areas of their lives, and not being attended, and maybe the childhood experiences. Reason may be any, but they are not bad. They don't know how to deal with it. Can we just open our arms and accept these people and develop those skills within, equip with these skills so that, um, I may not say world is a very big aspect. Home can be home, right? So number one thing is 3H. So can I continue, or you want me to stop here so that you can ask questions from the first part if you have any doubts?
I
Shall
guess
I continue?
we can continue.
Yeah. 3H is heart, head, and hands. So Icha, Gnana, and these are all these three skills that we need to have to at least accept it. I'm not speaking that you are going to work on that person. No, just to accept, okay, this is the person. Okay, I am accepting this. Okay, so this is whenever you work with, how do you work with heart? Empathy. So are you supposed to keep quiet whatever the person do? No. Empathy is not about keeping quiet. Empathy is not about ignoring the person or ignoring the action. Empathy is all about understanding their insecurities. That is the major reason why people don't want to take accountability of anything or lacks in that skill of staying calm. You see them restless. So when you work from your heart, you're looking through their insecurities. Ayo, Papa, this person has this kind of life. What else? Attend to their insecurities, make them feel comfortable. That's the first thing. Operate from your head, stay logical. Don't judge with one situation that, or tag the person, okay, I happen to, attend Chintana class and I could see that you are an unreasonable. All the five symptoms are able to see all the five signs. No, it's not like that. Be logical, use your head. That's not the way to deal with them. How much to talk to them? There are sentences. If you just listen and just tell them, let us talk about it once you are calm, lot of things will fall into place. But I become unreasonable is the problem. Even I give back. Hey, how can you talk about my parents? Who gave you the rights? I'll go to rights, laws, everything. At that particular time, use your head that the person has lost the mind and the person is the complete conversation might lead you to bigger damages. It can cause bigger damages. So at that time, staying calm and just listening and telling the person, once you are calm, let us talk about it. I understand. You are very important to me, but calm. You know, that can help uh, somebody to even feel that importance of their existence. Lot of times they are accused of their voice, accused of their words, accused of their behavior, labeled. So you're not labeling them, you're only requesting, right? That is how you use your head. And hand is action. What are the things? First, set the boundaries. What works, what doesn't. What is allowed, what is not. You be very clear. Okay. And the second thing is have a mediator if only two are not able to converse in the right. That is when you have to take professional. And number three is healthy interaction. Put everything on paper when the person is in the right kind of mood. Healthy interaction according to you, without arguments, without yelling. Means what? What triggers you? I'll tell, Arey, whenever I speak, you label me. Whenever I speak, you bring this conversation. So have a clear roadmap of healthy conversation. What is healthy conversation? What triggers you and what triggers another person? This is how you can operate. At least accept their unreasonable behavior. This is only acceptance. You are acknowledging and accepting. The second thing is, here you can see Krishna did this with Duryodhana. He knew that he cannot work with him. He cannot change his mind. That is when he tried to empathize him. He tried, okay, Kurukshetra will be like this. He made him imagine. That mental imagination happened. Did that work? No. He used his head. He used, the action was also very clear. But nothing works. Sometimes nothing works. You should let them go through their karma. Lot of times it happens with our own children. How much ever patience you have, how much ever you are trying to tell them no, sometimes nothing is good. So that is when the next 3P comes in. Patience, perception, and perseverance or practice. Patience. Patience is staying calm and composed. It is not giving up. Lot of times there is a confusion that patience means giving up. I have patience. People come and talk to me, Mom, I have so much of patience that I sacrifice. No, nobody told you to sacrifice. Patience is not sacrifice. Patience is not suppression. Patience is staying calm and composed. Having hope in life is patience. And number two is perspective. You are understanding with A perspective. The person is speaking from B end. So that B is unreasonable. So A is not. So understand the perspectives to put things in place. This is about describing unreasonable behavior. Now you acknowledged and accepted. Now you are describing unreasonable behavior through your patients and multiple perspectives about their action, not person. This is the second strength or skill that you have to develop. Practice, build skills. It doesn't happen in one day. Okay, today I attended Chintana. These are all 3A, 3B, and 3. No, it is not as easy as I'm telling. This has to be practiced. That is, remain steady whenever there is a conflict. That is the testing period, not on daily basis. Whenever there is a conflict, this is the testing instrument. Okay, where is 3H? Where is 3P? That is when you realize. And the next aspect, this you see in Mahabharata, Yudhishthira and Yaksha. All his brothers are completely not breathing, and Yudhishthira will face Yaksha, who will tell that if you answer my questions, I'm going to put two people into life. So the calmness, the patience, the perception, okay, there must be something in this. Not losing that calmness and composure and thinking wise and answering somebody, though he is seeing his most favorite people, most loved beings are just lying dead. He has that composure. A lot of times we need to do that. You see your own loved one going through uh, things that you already know that if he continue doing it, where he is going to land. But still, you need to have patience. You need to have that perspective and you need to practice. And number three is 3R. Hanuman is the best example for this. Respect, response, and restore. Lanka Dahana is an example. How he did not leave Ravana to disrespect. Do not allow anybody to take away your self-respect. That is the safest place that you have to be always. If somebody is touching your self-respect, that is when you have to stand strong for yourself. Lot of times unreasonable people are not outside, it is well within. We become unreasonable for various reasons. Ask yourself, why are you giving out your self-respect? I see it is happening on daily basis that people talk to me that way. Ma'am, you don't know this person insulted me in front of these people. Still, I did not tell anything. Who told you? It is you. You were unreasonable to your own self. Right? So it is very important to safeguard. That is what Hanuman did. He did not allow Ravana to take over. Because of his self-respect, he could sit even in a better place, physically and also emotionally in a better place compared to Ravana. And response. How was his response? He did not tell anything. He was not sarcastic. He did not blame anybody. He only have to tell and convey what was supposed to. Lot of times we talk more is the problem. Right? How wisely we use words, simplifies our, uh, our life quality of life. It elevates. And number three, restoring our energy is important, right? So there are a lot of times that we lose our hope and we lose several battles. No, it is not okay to lose willpower. Again, we can get up, resilience, restore your energy. What are the things that restore your energy, bring back your energy? Who are those people whom you have to be around? And what are those hobbies you need to continue? That is something even you can practice this with your clients. There are unreasonable clients, who will finally they will blame you. 7 sessions, nothing happened. Right? Question why? Okay, it's okay. There are people who will not come back to you. There are people who want you to take the accountability of their life. No, it's just not your loved ones. It's just not your clients. It may be yourself, as I said. No, and The last is 3A: awareness, adaptability, and being assertive. Be aware of your body, mind. Be aware of your words. Be aware of everything, environment, your social intelligence, and adaptability. Adaptability is very important. Not every day can't be Sunday. There is no routine. There is nothing fixed in this cosmos. And you'll attract things what you want in life. That's the simple language of universe. And that is how things gets manifested. If you are not adaptable, definitely you may have to face challenges that will teach you what is adaptability, unless until we learn that, right? And number 3 is being assertive, not aggressive, not submissive. When you are submissive, you are suppressing. When you are aggressive, you are outbursting. Every emotion is overwhelmed. So assertive is staying with your emotions with utmost calm and peace because you know what is important. This is how you deal with unreasonable people. So now Vedanta comes with various aspects. Okay, since the time is very less, I will allow the forum to ask me questions. If time permits, we will elaborate on the side of Vedanta.
Sure, ma'am. So you can put your questions in the chat box or please raise your hand for asking questions. Ma'am, looks like the Vedantic perspective is also required.
Okay. Fine. So, there are several characters I have lined up. Let us try not to be like them. Okay. So, that is one way of avoiding the unreasonable behavior. At least we can insulate ourselves even before thinking. We can develop an attitude of I can't mirror myself. I can't see my own eyes. It's as simple as that. So, but other people feel that we are unreasonable. So let's work on ourselves. And Vedanta comes with the first thing is Agnani. So Agnani is a person who doesn't want to revisit their life, doesn't want to introspect, doesn't want to, always putting ourselves in the frame of something called as comfort zone. So who is an example? Dhritarashtra. Okay, he was always in the comfort zone, under the umbrella of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So not allowing somebody to, be the driver or leader of our life, we need to take the ownership and accepting the flaws as well and encouraging constructive criticism is the way to wipe off this ignorance. So Agnani is somebody who welcome unreasonable behavior without knowing on. The second is Kama Sakta, that is desire driven. There are many examples in Itihasa. Ravana can be one. Okay, if you are being driven by desire, I see this, Yesterday, I saw one of my relative distributing idlis to the um, community of bakers, and he has put that in the status. And while having a conversation, he is telling me, Asha, of course, in March, I'm going to get into very, weird phase of life, Sade Saath for me. And I heard in one of the reel that if you distribute something to beggars every morning, Shani will not hurt you, will not harm you. Then I thought his mother is in old age home. What is he doing? And the intention of distributing it is not because for those people who are needy, just because to wipe off all that and become clear of all this and having that thought that I need to be safe. And the mother is waiting in the old age home for the son to visit at least once in a week. And he is distributing idlis, putting it on WhatsApp. So this is desire to. You don't know what you are doing. You know, and Andakasura was the example for this. He never knew what he is. Though he is the son of Shiva and Parvati, he has never been counted like Skanda and Ganesha because he was desire driven. He's the adopted son of Hiranyakashipu. He chose to be a Rakshasa. It was his choice. And Swayam Shiva kills him. That's the beauty. Father and mother elements are very important in life. And that kind of gurus are important. And third thing is Ragadvesha Yukta. Karna is the best example for this. Because I'm struggling to know what is right and wrong, what I like and what I don't like, I create Kurukshetra. I don't know what to give and what to save. I don't know whom to be with, not. So when you don't have the discrimination in your life, this become Ragadvesha Yukta, Karna's life. After doing everything, you feel like you haven't done or stood with the right kind of. And number four is ahankari, when your ego is riding your life. You know, and you think that you're responsible even for the things that are not right or even for the things that are right, you are taking. You are becoming an, self-assumed leader in your life. Nobody has given that rights or thing, maybe in your children's life or maybe in your own life. This is andhakara. This is something that we all are supposed to work, that are we operating from I factors? I am responsible. I am this. Okay. And then mithyachari, hypocrite. What is, this is Shakuni is the right example. You use all kinds of Arishat Varga to gain something. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Use all this to gain something. It is not giver's gain. It is snatcher's gain. So somebody is not ready to give, you snatch. So this you can see in children also these days. If you don't give them mobile, they don't even care you are their parents. Yeah, no delay gratification. Nothing. So this creates unreasonable behavior within us. And Krodhi, the one who is not having good control on anger. How to express anger becomes an issue. How to channelize anger becomes an issue. And moha grasta. Because I like somebody, I start doing things that are inappropriate. Kaikeyi is the example. She's such a nice person. Because of the Vyamoha she had on Bharata, she did all this with Ram. Yeah. The last thing is Duratma. You don't know how this gets into us. Sometimes some situations will create this. Sometimes people, place, environment, social stress can create Duratma in us. Nobody wants to be bad. It's the very basic human tendency that I don't want to become bad. Life situations and all this force me to become that is an excuse. Just because life is unfair, nobody give license to kill somebody. If you are developing harming thoughts, stop and question why. For your state of mind, for your state of life, why can other person be a reason? How can that person be a reason? So this is the first step, to question yourself on 0 to 10 scale. How to fight unreasonable behavior within me, how to identify that. Once you identify, accept it, describe it, get the skills right, and fight your battle. Yeah. Yes, two questions I can take,
Yes.
Nelima, if there.
Yes, ma'am. Participants, any questions? I don't know why everyone is
Very
so
happy. There
silent.
are 42 participants. I'm so grateful, to see you all every week. That is the reason I was mm, having this conversation with Mr. Girish in the morning that I would love to be in Chintana because that's how I connect to my loved ones. So probably I'll be taking some series of Chintana. So not, thanks for accepting me and thanks for being here. And this means a world to me. Whatever little knowledge that I have got through my experiences, maybe my dark pages have taught me great lessons. So I will be sharing my experiences through the stories, through Itihasa, or through Vedanta, or through the psychology, which is my heart and soul. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Himali is asking example of Krodh, the character that you have related to.
Okay.
And
See, Krodha can be, Dushyasana can be a wonderful example. Anger will make you blind. You will not know what you are doing. He might be directed by his brother. If he had that sense, he would have stopped him. No, I'm not going to do this. When you are in the utmost anger, you don't know what you are doing. Whether it's just an excuse to tell that, Duryodhana told me I have to listen to my brother, so I did. No, you had all choice. You had a choice to even safeguard Draupadi, take her some miles away, protect her. You had a choice to make. You did not do that. So because of Krodha. Krodha is equal to Duswapna. Duswapna is equal to Durkarma. First, it will, you know, prepare you through your dreams. No, what you are doing is not right. If you don't realize, if you don't bring that sensitivity in life, then you become Dushkarmi. You will supposed to act and you will act. So that is the reason there are 5 common dreams that we all see. Falling off your tooth or teeth, losing hair, right? And snakes and temples. These are all the common, and water. These are all the signs of anger, hidden anger. Okay. So when you see the falling of teeth, that is when some part of your body is asking for help because your body is shouting that, Are Baba, I'm not able to contain your energy. Krodha is more. Okay. And when you have dreams like snakes, okay, this is your anger is creating poison within. You're rupturing yourself. You're killing yourself. You're becoming venom. You're developing the thoughts which are not quality thoughts. Snakes are not to alarm you. You go to some temple, you offer this. No, you need to redefine your thought process. That is the process where, as a dream analyst, that usually I talk about. And falling of hair. Falling of hair is protection. Your anger is going to take away the good relationship from you. These are all the harmless relationship. It will not hurt you. Yeah, you cannot cause pain. Yeah, if you cut, there is no pain. Right? So wonderful relationship will go out of you. Save your relationships. That can be with yourself also. No, it's not necessary with others. And temple. When you see temple, that is when, come on, you have right kind of energy. If channelized, you can definitely objectify your life. That is when it is an alarm call. When you are seeing temple, it's an energy center, and you can change your trajectory, your thought trajectory. Yeah. When you see water or any fluid, it's the flow of emotions. Might be you're suppressing your anger. Release it. Yeah.
Ma'am, there are a lot of requests asking for books with respect to Vedanta perspective of psychology. Can you
Yeah.
suggest
There
few?
is one person recently have written about Indian psychology. The book itself is Indian psychology. I forgot the author, and I don't have my library here for me to bring that book and show you. And also, mm, I think this is the same author. No, this is not the author. Yeah, if I find, I'm going to give you the author's name, but the book name is The Indian Psychology. Whatever that I speak, most of it are in a very simpler form. They're in tabular columns and all that. This is a wonderful way to relate, and there is no errors or there is no guiding process there. It is very clear and it is scientifically factual, and it is correct.
Ma'am, there is one question if you can take.
Yeah.
So Bhavisha is saying that she has noticed that she becomes very rigid and unreasonable with her parents because she feels misunderstood. So
Hmm.
how can she soften the defensive response when feeling unseen or unheard?
Okay. Um, yeah. What happened to Draupadi when she was unseen and unheard? That was the, if you think about the epistemological way, we all once or many times in our life, we would have surpassed the phase what Draupadi underwent, you know? So we would have been insulted or we would have been targeted, triggered. Okay? So, when all your five senses, five husbands of Draupadi, sitting their head bound, your five senses will not work. When you are put into corner, when you are put into center, when you are blamed, when you are asked, okay, when you are pushed, okay, to difficult places in your life, okay, you feel like Draupadi. None of your five senses are helpful. None of your skills, none of your relationships, none of your gyans will come. Okay? When Dushyasana was pulling her, she told, I'm the wife of Bhima. You know, I too have that much of power to stop you. Only one sentence of him will make her realize, Are, I know you are strong, but your sari is not strong. Lot of times we are strong. People with us are not strong. They will push you to. It's very easy to fight the battle outside. It's very difficult to fight the battle inside the home. So, what is that you need to have? You need to activate your senses. Pass this energy to all your senses and see how you feel. Listen to your inner dialogues. You don't have to have anybody. Are you listening? If you don't listen, if you don't see, if you don't consider, who else? When you are alone, spend that me time with you. Okay, open all your five senses. Yeah, why in our culture, why that bindi keeping, why that kajal, why that earrings is to touch your senses and tell that I exist for you, you know? So be with yourself. Who asked this question? Nilima?
It's Bhavisha, ma'am.
Yes, I
Bhavishya.
asked it.
Bhavishya, start living with yourself, Bhavishya. Such a beautiful name. You are the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, start living with yourself. Ask your senses. See, lot of times we are so busy in, pleasing others, so busy in giving answers to others, justifying, reasoning out. Do all that with yourself and see the life will turn upside down. You'll start seeing yourself growing and your aura spreading out. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Makes
thank
sense.
you
Thank
so
you,
much.
ma'am.
Yeah. Thanks for asking this question. And see you next week. And
Yes.
I'll be very happy if you can express the topics that you want me to bring out. That will really help me. That is when I will also evaluate on 0 to 10 scale how much more I can work in bringing or connecting the ancient wisdom to modern psychology. Thank you and
Sure,
all.
ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so
Night,
much.
everyone. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Prajakta, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Yeah. So can you just send me your number?
Yeah, sure. Actually, you must be having my number. I've done art therapy course with you
Mm-hmm.
this year only. My name is Prajakta and my number is 9581.
Can you just ping me on my number?
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, Nilima ma'am, right?
Yeah, Nilim.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.